Greetings, students from the Burlington Science Center. One question recently asked me was, hey, Mr. Musselman, how much water is there in a foot of snow? Well, with over 1 or even 2 feet of snow coming our way this weekend, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to do our own experiment right here in our backyard. I brought with me today a metric ruler and a graduated cylinder. We're going to use these after the snow is done falling during this storm. As you can see, the landscape has changed quite a bit. If we use our meter stick, we can measure exactly how much snow has fallen. I'm going to stick it in the ground, put my finger where it is. That's 20 inches of snow that's fallen. If we turn the stick around, that's a whole 51 centimeters of snow that have fallen in the past 24 hours. Impressive. Inches and centimeters are just two different ways of measuring length. 20 inches equals 51 centimeters. That's about 5 centimeters for every 2 inches. We're now going to collect some of that snow. To do this, we're going to take a core sample with our graduated cylinder. We're going to push nice and slow in an area that hasn't yet been shoveled. And now I'm going to shovel it out to make sure I get all the snow in the cylinder. Okay, as you can see, the whole cylinder hasn't completely filled. That's because we've captured some air in our cylinder as we were pushing down. Now, that doesn't mean there isn't a full 20 plus inches of snow here. All that means is that this snow that has been light and fluffy here on the surface has been compacted and made denser as we pushed down. All right, students, we've come inside so we can allow this snow to begin to melt. As you can see, I've placed the graduated cylinder on my countertop with a tinfoil cover. This is to prevent any water from evaporating and escaping our experiment. With a little time, all of this snow should slowly melt into its liquid form, and we'll have some data to add to our data table. Now's a great time to make a prediction about how much water will be left in the cylinder after the snow melts. Will there be the same amount of water as there is snow? Less water than snow? More water than snow? If so, how much? It's been several hours now, and our snow has finally melted down to the water that it's made of. Let's take a look, shall we? But as you can see, I'm going to take off the cover and carefully dip in our stick. It's going to go all the way down. Right there. It's just about 3.5 inches. That in centimeters is going to be about 9 centimeters. So we're going to add that to our data table. And now we can do some calculations to see just how much water it takes to make a full foot of snow. Let's use our data table to check our predictions. Was yours correct? As you can see, it took very little water to make all that snow. With the help of a little multiplication and division, I found out that the storm made about 5 3/4 inches of snow for every inch of liquid water that fell from the sky last night. That means it took a little more than 2 inches of liquid water for the storm to create a foot of snow. Now that's cool. Now it's your turn to be a blizzard scientist. I'm wondering, do students like you get the same results I did with the snow in your backyard? Do you think you'll get the same results from a future storm